Every adventure starts with a destination, some planning, and based on research, a general idea of how the journey will go. This includes camping locations, local attractions, and even trail conditions. On this trip to Colorado's San Juan Mountains near Silverton, Ouray, and Telluride, the awe-inspiring beauty and wonder in this area surpassed any expectation I previously had. After a 12-hour drive from Southern California, we were welcomed by thousands of mosquitoes at our camp in Dolores, Colorado. Wanting to get out of there as quickly as possible the next day, we took our first trail through Ophir Pass between Highway 145 and 550, otherwise known as the Million Dollar Highway. Crossing the creek several times, we made it to a beautiful meadow not far from the creek to set up our camp. With views of a waterfall in the distance, it was time to relax, cook some dinner, and take in one of my top 10 best places to camp.
Day 2 of our trip, we did Ophir Pass. It was pretty short. It wasn't that long. It wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. So we did Ophir Pass. We came down south on 550. Now we're at South Mineral Creek. There's campgrounds all along the trail, but we don't like campgrounds, so we found our own little spot.
The next morning, we headed towards Silverton, an historic mining town that also provides the start of numerous trails, including the famous Alpine Loop. Traversing narrow shelf roads at high elevations in wet conditions were unsettling at times, but the scenery managed to calm my nerves, including this incredibly high alpine lake. That's crazy. We're at 12,000 feet. We took the trail towards California Pass, which would lead to the old ghost town of Animas Forks. The town gets its name from the junction of the west and north fork of the Animas River. Several well-preserved structures make up this old mining camp at over 11,000 feet. Some trails were still closed as a result of several avalanches that occurred during the winter. In an effort to break up the camping, we needed to make our way towards Ridgeway, where I had secured an Airbnb for a couple nights. Back at the Airbnb, the crew couldn't wait to post pictures on Instagram. This is vacation right here. Number 1 on the phone. Number 2 on the phone. Number 3 on the phone. There you go.
And you on your camera.
Day 3, we headed towards Governor Basin, and it was here that I would encounter one of my biggest fears. Up ahead of us, several Jeeps were reversing down the trail because of a snowdrift blocking the route. Due to the lack of confidence I have in my Jeep's brakes while trying to reverse down this mountain, I opted to perform a 100-point turn where I can use 4 load to crawl back down the trail. We made it up this sketchy road in Yankee Boy Basin near Ouray, Colorado, and we tried to make it over to Governor Basin, but unfortunately, because of the snow, the road was blocked and I had to do some sketchy turnaround, 3-point turn in my Jeep. Wow. Even talking about it, I get choked up because I was super freaked out, and Tom can attest to that. With my heart pumping blood again and the color back in my face, we found a spot to relax and take in the views before heading to Ouray for dinner. Saving the best for last, we took Imogene Pass from Ouray into Telluride. These trails once supported mining operations, and there are several ruins to explore along the way. With 12 feet of melting snow to my left and sudden death on my right, the thought of an avalanche quickly came to mind. Believe it or not, this is a two-way trail. Once we were safely at the top, it was time to take some deep breaths while admiring the view at over 13,000 feet. Top of the world.
I'm out of breath.
13,000 feet. Imogene Pass. We're just hanging out at 12,000 feet. And no big deal. We're just going to make a descent down from Imogene Pass down into Telluride and check it out. Of course, the trip wouldn't be complete without a stop at Colorado's largest waterfall, Bridal Veil Falls. What an incredible trip, and I can't wait to go back and explore. It was so much fun hanging out with Tom, Melissa, and Michelle, and sharing this entire experience together.